This is the Anhart's Radio Podcast. I'm your boy Eric Love. I'm with Cesar, aka CNG, PJ, aka Spicy P.
There you go.
Representing SD. This is how we be. No, I'm just playing.
This what your girl need.
I'ma see her at night.
Cause she a fiend.
Yeah. I seen her at night. She pulled me up a Sprite.
Yo, and then I ignite.
Hey, on a roll.
Hey. Man, my dumbass didn't press record on the last video. I'm over here talking about this dude's curls for the girls. And you guys didn't even get to see it, but here he is. Check it out. Give him the full. You know what I mean? Let him see it. Hey.
Just a little bit.
Looking like
There you go.
Rick Ross meets Bruno Mars.
Let's go.
Yeah.
No, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll take that compliment.
Go ahead and tell the people one time who you are and where you come from.
Well, number one, I brought the curls today. They also call me BlueJeans.
BlueJeans,
We'll talk about that later.
No, we'll talk about that right now. What
Okay.
kind of person do you have to be to rock the BlueJeans?
I feel like I don't got the blue jeans on me today because I got out of work, but basically blue jeans is it's just how you feel. It's confidence. It comes from I never owned a pair of jeans, but then when I started to lose a little weight and started to feel motivated, I bought a pair of jeans that I didn't even know was gonna fit me or not because I don't know my size in jeans, but it turns out they do fit, and that's it.
That's all there is to it.
That's
Baby.
it. Blue jeans.
Blue jean, baby. What kind of jeans do you be rocking? What brand?
Levi's.
Okay, what number?
Classic.
Classics?
501s.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Yes, those are the two.
Yep.
That's it right there.
Hey, man, we got a lot to talk about. Well, you know what? We're going to keep it kind of chill. He and I were going to the Smokers Club Festival, which is when?
April 30.
April 30th. And it's going to be headlined by Kid Cudi, A$AP Rocky. Who else we got?
Playboy Cardi. We got. Let's go. They're gonna have Larry June, Dom Kennedy,
Wiz Khalifa.
Performing Cushion Orange Juice.
Yeah.
So, hey, if you're a hip-hop head, you need to make your way out there. It's a little bit pricey, but it's worth it. I think the festival is just one day, right?
Just one day, yep. Saturday.
Damn. One day, many acts, so it's a lot for one day, but it should be a lot of fun. He and I, we've been to a lot of concerts. One person that we saw more than anybody is Kid Cudi. We've been Kid Cudi fans. That's kind of what bonded us in the beginning. Day and Night had come out, and we kind of bonded over that song. And since then, we've gone to a lot of concerts. And, if you'd like to take a moment, do you have any stories about... It doesn't have to be Kid Cudi. Do you have any concert stories?
Stories.
That stand out to you and that you remember very clearly?
Yes. The one that stands out to me right now at the moment is A$AP Rocky at the Hollywood Palladium. This was like 2012. And and it was crazy. We were having fun. I think Danny Brown and Schoolboy Q opened up for A$AP, and then A$AP came out. Cool story. He had jumped in the crowd to crowd surf, and he was about like two or three people in front of me, and I could have literally grabbed him or touched him, but I decided to record it. But at that time I had a Nextel, and I don't know what the fuck happened to it. And that was hella old, but
To the phone or Nextel in general?
just everything about the phone. But anyways, he's crowd surfing, and I guess he felt that somebody had, I don't know, touched him the wrong way, or maybe was trying to snatch one of his chains or something, but he turns around and he just starts swinging, bop, and hits this fucking kid in the face. And I was like, yeah.
Was that the same concert where someone took a fire extinguisher?
Yes.
Yo, someone got their hands on a fire extinguisher and decided to let that shit off. Everybody in that bitch was choking.
Fucking dying.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
A$AP Rocky had to stop the show because that motherfucker was choking too.
He was trying to like perform through it. He's like, hold up, stop this. What the hell?
Yeah.
He said, "What the fuck is that?"
Yo, it was. I was there. It was a wild night. That was memorable. You know, one concert that we went to, he and I, that really stands out to me is The Weeknd. You know, The Weeknd, when he first came out, he had his very first tour, which included, you know, the United States, and he came to the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, you know, in Hollywood, California, and it was a trip. You know, I had been to a lot of concerts at that point, but I had never been to one at a funeral, and so the tickets were relatively cheap. I think they were like $30. So he and I, we get there really early, and we're waiting in line and whatnot, and we're kind of the first ones in line, and so as we're waiting, you know, we're chopping it up with these two girls that are next to us, and we see this really nice, clean white Bentley pull up to the gates, and we're like, "Damn, like who's that?"
Yeah.
Actually, let me backtrack just a little bit. Before we got to the line, we decided to go to Subway and eat. And as we're pulling up to the Subway parking lot, I see this black SUV pull out with all the windows down. I look over, man, it was The Weeknd. Get himself a Italian BMT and shit. But that was kind of cool. But yeah, so you know, fast forwarding, we're back in line and we see this Bentley, and so whoever was in the Bentley cracks the window, and some girl behind us goes, "That's Drake." And I'm like, nah, Drake ain't coming to some $30 concert in the cemetery. You know, I know he has a song with him, but nah, come on. So, you know, finally they open up the gates. Everybody starts running through the cemetery, going over people's tombs and their plots or whatever. And we make it to the front. And it was such a surreal experience because The Weeknd was a dark dude. He even said himself, he's like, when I heard that we booked the show at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, I didn't think of it as just another show. I thought of it as a celebration.
Yeah, that's right.
And so he says that, and then the song drops, and I'm just like, man, this is crazy. So you know what? I'm right there, and we're chilling and whatnot, and before you know it, the song that has Drake in it comes on. And so I'm thinking in the back of my head, like, that'd be some crazy shit if this dude came out right now.
Yeah.
And
I think you told me.
What's that?
You told me, you said, "Yo, what if Drake comes out?"
Yeah. So, sure enough, this dude comes out, and I'm like, yo, that's crazy. And the dude next to me looks at me, and he goes, hey, man, I spent $30 on this ticket. I'm like, me too. I'm like, damn. Get to see The Weeknd, Drake. It was cool, man. But one thing that was very interesting about that is, you know, I got to meet this one girl that day, and I was kind of feeling her, you know what I mean? And she was a very pretty Mexican chick, black hair, bright red lipstick. And it kind of reminded me of the cover album to one of his albums. And I kid you not, this dude was singing a song, and the whole time he was singing, he was staring right at her. I would say for the first half of the song, he was staring right at her.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, yo, that's crazy. I even told her, I whispered in her ears, like, yo, he's looking right at you. She's like, I know. And then, like, the second half of the song, this dude was staring at me. I'm like, either A, he goes both ways, or B, he's trying to let me know, hey, that might be your chick right now, but she going home with me. I don't know what it was, but it was cool, but very, like, it was just a strange, surreal feeling. This dude was looking at me like, hey, man, I'm about to take your, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Take that.
Yeah. And I was like, I know I'm not competing with that, so you might as well just go. But yeah, man, what was the last concert you went to?
Shoot, man, you know what? To be honest with you, I've been trying to get out there, but shoot, I can't remember my this one girl I used to see hang out with named Laura. She took me to a concert that had like all the old school players, like the Ohio players, like all that old Motown stuff.
I love that.
Yeah, that was over there in the sports arena. That was shit. probably would say 99, 2000.
Wow,
Yeah,
so it's been a minute.
It's been about 20 something years,
Oh
bro.
man, you need to get out there, man.
Yeah, man.
Is that not your thing, or?
No, it's not that. I just, bro, just grinding. But you know what? It's something that we talked about. Me and my wife. We're probably gonna step out. It's just the way everything is. People getting shot and shit, and so we passed up a lot. Like there was one a month ago that was in Long Beach at a park. We were gonna check out, but I don't know. I just didn't have a good feeling about it. And good thing we didn't, because there was a big fight out there.
Damn.
So yeah, it's just that's the reason why. Other than that, yeah, man, I haven't really been out there. You guys more in tune with the concerts, yeah.
Oh yeah, we've been to so many.
Yeah.
So many. Who have we seen?
Did you guys ever go to that one they call that he stopped making them cause it got Rock the Bells? There it is.
Oh, you kidding me? We went to one of the last.
Yeah, right.
We went to one of the last
2012.
ones.
That's what, yeah.
Rock the Bells.
Oh,
We saw
man.
DMX, yo, RP DMX.
See.
We was all barking like dogs for sure.
Yeah.
At one point, yeah.
At that time, we seen on the same stage we saw DMX, Future, Black Hippie, which consists of Kendrick Lamar,
Yeah.
Absol, J
Schoolboy
Rock,
Q.
Schoolboy Q. Who else we see that day?
We saw J. Cole.
J Cole.
Oh wow.
We saw Tyga, 2 Chainz.
Who's the white dude? It was Travis
Yellow
Bar-
Wolf or something.
Travis Barker and Yellow Wolf, I think it was.
Yellow Wolf,
That
They
was
both
dope.
had a set.
Yeah.
Didn't Eve come out during
DMX?
Yup.
Yeah.
Jada Kiss.
Wow.
And then the headliner was Cudi. That's like
Kid
the main reason
Cudi.
why we went.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, such. You know, I'll say this story, and if you see this, mom and dad, I'm sorry. It is what it is. That was years ago. Right? You can't ground me now. Yeah. I'm a grown ass man. Yeah. But he and I, we went to go pick up an eighth of bud, some flour, and we had just picked it up, and this is crazy. My parents have never heard this. They're not gonna watch this. So we had just picked up an eighth, fresh off the plant, and
Yes, sir.
and we drove up to San Bernardino. At the time, the swag back then was to wear bandanas. We call it danas. We were Dana gang, and we're looking for. I don't know if we were going to the hotel.
Yeah, we're looking for somewhere
to
sleep that night because we got to San Bernardino
Right.
night before. Yeah, so we're looking up hotels or something.
So yeah, in that process of looking for somewhere to stay, we get pulled over by the police, and I'm like, "Yo, I just hit a bowl. You know what I mean? It smells like weed."
Yeah.
I'm like, "We're in a different city that I'm not used to." And so the cop tells me, "Where you guys going? Like, what are you guys doing?" And we're just, we're going to a concert tomorrow. We're just here trying to look for somewhere to stay. And he's like, "It smells like marijuana. You guys been smoking?" I said, "Yeah, just, just hit a bowl and whatnot." He's like, "Well, we pulled you over because we're doing a gang sweep. And, I see 2 young men with bandanas on their head. And I think that, I'm like, what's going on with that?" So I'm like, dang, and is this is this a heavy gang area or something? He's like, "Where you guys from?" "Oh, we're from San Diego."
Yeah.
He said, "Oh, you guys better be careful, man. If you didn't know, this is the murder capital of the world, San Bernardino." I said, "Really? San Bernardino? Really?" Yeah. Apparently it is, man, and they got a lot of gang activity. So fortunately, we got off, not without them messing with us. One of them said, "All right, who's going to jail tonight?" Yeah. And we kind of just hesitated.
Both looking at each other.
And I looked at this dude, and I was about to be like, "Hey, man, you get this one, I'll get the next one."
And I was thinking the same, man. And I was thinking the same.
I was like, yeah.
You got this one right now.
Yeah. But so they made us step on the weed. You know what I mean? Yeah. He had his True Blues on. True Blues?
Yeah.
He had the True Blue Jays on, and
it was my first Jordan purchase as an adult.
Right.
So I was very proud of my True Blue 3s. And then the police said, "You guys got to stomp on it." And I said, "Let's go."
Yeah.
We're stomping on the fucking weed. And then they let us go.
And then this smart ass cop goes, "And don't be smoking your J's either."
Yeah. Don't be smoking the bottom of your shoe, he said.
Yeah. I'm just like, damn, man. So you know, fortunately for us, there was somebody in a room nearby that had some, a little bit extra.
Yeah.
Broke them off a little 20, and we were good.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, it ended up being a very good experience. It was fun. Crazy hot out there. I damn near fainted. Did I faint? I can't even remember.
No, but you had to walk away a little bit.
I had to step away a little bit early from the last act, which
But
was
there
Cuddy.
was we witnessed at least 3 or 4 females.
Oh,
fainted.
females were dropping
And
left
they
and
were,
right.
They were carrying them out of to the front where the gate is.
You remember
Like
that one
main
motherfucker that
stage.
was like slapping that girl? Like this dude
He was with his girl.
Okay, so speaking of fainting, this dude's girl fainted, right? And what was he doing?
He was trying to talk to some other girl that was next to us, and he was touching up on her.
He was smacking
He
this
was
girl's
grabbing her ass.
but like from behind people. So she turned around looking at us, you know, winking at us and shit. But yeah, man, it's these. I really enjoyed going to concerts back then. You know, I kind of slowed down because I'm not really. As I get older, I'm not really into crowds that much anymore.
Same.
But yeah, man.
If they got seats, for sure.
Yeah, you
if
know
they
what I
don't,
mean?
I'm thinking about it. I don't know. Probably not.
You know, there was another time where we went to see Kid Cudi again. I'm telling you, we've seen this guy many times. This was in Avila Beach. And if you're from Avila Beach, I don't care how you say it. They say it Avila Beach. You guys are saying it wrong. I don't care. But, you know.
Yo, write in the comments anybody who knows even where Avila Beach is at.
Yeah,
Please.
yeah.
Thank you.
We don't know where the hell we were, but we were there. The funniest thing about that concert was the crowd was just like rowdy. The crowd was just pushing each other. People, you know, it was swaying. People are like falling over and whatnot. And I feel bad for this one girl because this dude right here, I don't know if you want to.
I feel bad for her toes. So the crowd is swaying. We have no control. There's this girl behind me the whole time. She was petite.
Well, yeah, she's short.
She was petite. Me, you know, I've been big boy forever, and I was stomping all over her feet. It was not my fault. I heard her yelling and screaming. I turned back. I'm like, there's nothing I can do for you.
You just
sorry.
You just turn around and see this girl throw her head back like,
Yeah. It hurt. I'm sorry. I hope your toes is doing well now. You see this?
I don't know.
I don't think so either, but okay.
Oh man, hey, if there was somebody that you can go back and see, dead or alive, who would it be?
What, just someone close or just someone in general? Anybody?
No, I'm talking about musically. Like if you can go
Musically?
back and see them perform, anybody, any artist from dead or alive.
That's a hard one, man. There's a lot, but to be honest with you, I probably want to see Mr. Marley, Bob Marley.
Oh, that's a good one.
You know, that would be one. I hear a lot of good things about his, you know, shows. So that would be one of them.
What about you?
I would have to pick Tupac. I knew he was a big influence over here in the West Coast.
Yep.
Me growing up as a kid, one of the first just music in general that I would listen to was just hip hop and rap, and he was one of the first voices I heard for sure. It was Tupac, so yeah, I would want to see him.
Yeah, I mean, for me, you know, I've always been kind of an East Coast guy, like as far as hip hop goes. So I think Biggie would be at the top. This dude was from the videos that I've seen. This dude was a performer, man. He could spit, and yeah, man. So would you say that Biggie is like the top East Coast rapper of all time? Is that fair to say?
I say, yeah. I mean, because his shit's not ghostwritten. A lot of people have ghostwriters, you know, so he'll get right out there downtown, wherever he's at, he'll spit right there off the top. And it's always either going to make sense or it's going to be a kill bar. You're like, damn, bar after bar after bar, he's killing it. It's like, shit, you know, what kind of musicians these days, in this day and age, that do that now?
Not a lot, man.
Not at all. You know,
yeah, it seems like a lot of these artists, they kind of they recognize what the formula is, and they just go and copy that. You know what I mean? They don't really emphasize originality. It's kind of funny because originality seems like it's not as cool anymore.
Yeah,
Now it's cool to be like everybody else.
Yeah, that's what it is. It seems like everyone like following. Like there's no more leadership. There's no more. Oh wow, whole new sound, a whole new flow, a whole. You have a couple that'll come out here and there. Like Kendrick, he comes out. I never heard nobody sound like him before from when I grew up on music. You know what I mean? You got Chicago rappers. You guys probably don't know like Ruga. I've heard him. I was like, oh my god, this guy's a crazy spitter. Like just MC straight, just fire. There's people out there that have their own style and they critique it so well and they don't even need like to read or what, they just go off and right then and there and it just sounds good.
So what's your favorite style of hip hop? Whether it be from a region or just a style, like
I would have to say just no style. I mean, I'm open to just everything. I like all kind of hip hop. I like R&B. I could listen to some alternative, some reggae, some Spanish music. For example, corridos or reggaeton. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm everywhere with it for sure.
Yeah. The same way, I mean, all just about what he said, country music. I mean, you name it, right? Like I told you, I think a couple months ago, I was listening to some Russian music before the war started, and I'm like, wow, these guys are getting down, So it just depends. It just a lot of it's more beat what they're saying and what I'm getting out of it. If I'm not getting anything out of it, that you're not telling me a story or it's not putting anything on my mind, I'm going to forget the song. Because I'll forget somebody who tells me how many cars and chains they have. I'll be like, okay, he said he had 27 chains through the whole song.
Right.
But someone telling me a story like Tupac, like you said, Dear Mama, from the beginning to the end, that's always going to stick with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's always going to be a classic, isn't it? Or So Many Tears or whatever. It's just even just a lot, even East Coasters music that what's the Far Side, for example. That's my shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like I love those guys because I don't know. I grew up with People Under the Stairs. I don't know if you heard of them before. Yeah. Man, dude, I love that shit.
That's like that was considered underground hip hop.
That's what I'm. That's the type of, you know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm more of a B. I call it a B music, B movie type person.
Right.
That's like my favorite, but because it's underground, no one knows about it, and it's. Can't nobody duplicate it. Yeah, it's raw. There you go. That's the best way to put it.
What, in your opinion, is the best era of hip hop?
Shit. There's a lot, man. I'm a 90s kid, so I'm going to stick with the 90s.
Yeah.
But, yeah. But the 80s was cool, but the 90s, yeah, all hands down.
Yeah. I respect the 90s for sure, like, with everything. Although I don't have much knowledge of, just because me growing up, I didn't have anybody who would introduce me to any type of music or nothing. So for me, I would have to pick the era of when I started to figure out that I liked music. And it was probably after high school. And that's when I did a lot of discovering musically and figuring out what I like and what I don't. But, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was introduced to hip-hop by a cousin of mine and his dad. And one group that really stood out to me and made me fall in love with hip-hop was A Tribe Called Quest.
Oh, yeah.
That was just my thing back then.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
And I just loved the poetic nature of them. And by listening to them, it kind of led me to De La Soul.
Yes.
Like you said, The Far Side, Brand Nubian.
Oh, my God.
I'm telling you, all these, all that type of rap.
Yeah,
you know
that's exactly, yes.
Later on, I got introduced to Nas and Jay-Z, and that really blew my mind. That really changed, the kind of hip-hop that I started to grow and love. So I was listening. I like that East Coast rap, like I said before, and then I started to develop a love for the West Coast rappers, and I started to become knowledgeable about who was out here. And one song that really got me into West Coast hip hop was California.
Oh yeah.
No, I mean, come on, man. Like,
yeah.
And then of course I got introduced to DJ Quick. And then that was my dude for a minute.
Yeah,
man.
I can go all the way back with DJ Quick.
Oh,
man. Tonight, Quick is the name. I used to listen to all that shit back in the day, bro. Safe and Sound.
Dollars and Cents.
That was the shit. That was on the Murder Was the Case album on that soundtrack.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's the one song that goes, This pitching on a
Yep.
party.
Pitching
for
on a
sure.
party.
Yeah.
That's the best one.
That's
That's the number one song.
Track number 2 or 3 off that album.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of
Yeah.
those. Yeah,
For sure.
that was a good one.
So then, as time passed by, I feel like this is kind of more our era, and yours too.
Yeah,
The era of Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, Kanye, Kid Cudi. That era right there was when hip hop was kind of transforming, and it was just in this like this very exclusive. It was a transitional, like experimental time for hip hop. You know what I mean? Right now you get a lot of mumble rap. Back then it was very gangster and very street, very raw. But in that time it was very like somewhere in between.
Yeah, the artists that were coming out, the ones that you mentioned, they were all different in their own ways, so they stood out right off the bat, and they were just unique, and nobody was trying to copy anybody.
no, that was a no.
And
I call it the Dat Piff era. Do you remember all the
Oh, for sure.
man.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I
it
still
was-
got that app on my phone.
yeah,
No Ceilings.
Yeah, Wayne, Little Wayne.
Finally Famous 3.
Yes.
A Kid Named Cudi.
Yes.
Comeback Season.
Oh yes.
Remember Wale had some mixtapes? Those were hot.
Yes.
Mixtape About Nothing.
since you said no ceilings, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to throw in Sorry for the Way as well.
Sorry
Yeah.
for the
Lil
Wait.
Wayne.
Yeah.
What was the ones that J. Cole had? The mixtapes back then?
He was
warm up, the
Kenny
come up.
Lofton.
Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night, yeah, that one. That one was hot.
Hey, shout out J. Cole, man. J. Cole's... I snuck into one of his concerts one time. One of the best concerts I ever watched. And it was free.
Let's go.
But yeah, man. I mean, we're all passionate about music, especially hip hop. We all love other types of music as well. So that's just another thing that we'll be talking about. Like I said, we're going to the Smokers Club, which is in San Bernardino, I believe.
Yes, sir.
That's April 30th, so you still have time to buy tickets. Any other concerts that you know of that are coming up?
I actually bought tickets. This is for like people who listen to Spanish music. This dude named Raul Alejandro, he does reggaeton. You guys should check him out.
Where's he going to be at?
He's gonna be at the Pachanga Arena,
Ooh, okay.
April 14th.
April 14th at the Pachanga Arena, Raul.
Yeah, Raul Alejandro.
Exactly.
Alright.
Isn't Bad Bunny coming?
He came already. I want to say like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
He's gonna come back in Petco Park.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I ain't going. Tickets cost like $500,
Yeah,
Ooh, what
says
the
a
hell?
lot, huh?
something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because he's really hot right now, so you know you get
Yeah.
you gotta up those tickets, get that money.
Man, there's going to be a lot of beautiful women out there. I already know that for
Oh
sure.
shit,
They be
man.
going crazy for...
Hey, for him,
Better
especially.
get
And
down.
Raul too.
Man. We need to record a track in Spanish.
Let's go.
All right, so we're going to end it right here. We're going to start recording some reggaeton tracks.
All right.
And we thank you always for listening and tuning in and whatnot. Any closing statements?
BlueJeans, baby.
Shoot, nah, man, that's it. Y'all take care, man. God bless. Peace on to the next one.
Have a good night.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.